Hello, everyone. Welcome to the new episode of Patent Insights provided by Depatec and MTC Berlin. So today is a rainy Berlin day, and we are welcoming to you with my very distinguished friend, colleague, and partner from MTC Berlin. Today, the topic is AI. Surprisingly, right? AI is eating the world nowadays, and we decided to discuss this AI topic and how the AI technologies are going trending and the AI technologies are changing our patent ecosystem, right? Legal industry. So it's a promising technologies that everyone is talking and everyone are trying to different tools and softwares. Some of them, of course, entrepreneurs are developing new tools, new softwares, AI tools to change the world. And it's affecting different side of industries and application fields. So today, we are discussing with Arne Kruger about AI technologies and how AI is transforming our patents business, right? So this is Mustafa. I am a patent owner, product owner at Depatec and co-founder of Patent Effect Company. And before making longer, I would like to invite Arne Kruger, who is co-founder of MTC Berlin, Moving Targets Consulting from Berlin. Arne?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me, dear Mustafa. Welcome.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
So I'm really excited today because the topic is exciting. My guest, my partner is exciting about in this topic because you are working in many years in patent business, patent data business, as you are running a software company for more than 20 years, right?
Yes.
And today we will discuss this AI topic in different perspective.
Yes, it's quite exciting times we are living in. I feel like it's a new revolution times right now. So I'm quite excited to discuss this with you. I'm very happy that I can join and that we discuss here publicly a little bit our ideas, our experiences with the AI wave that is happening right now. Thank you.
Exactly. That's a good termination, I guess, the wave. And also I would like to describe it as AI is eating the world. You know that Mark Andreessen said software is eating the world in 2011. After 12 years later, and now we can say maybe AI is eating the world, right?
Yeah, because AI is software, so he was right.
It's the same.
Yes, for me.
And now, why we are talking about this topic? Because of course it's a wave. It's booming everywhere, and every colleagues are talking about AI and different AI tools like ChatGPT. But there are some advantages and disadvantages, and some new opportunities and some new obstacles about using AI tools in patent business or in legal industry. That's why we will talk about this topic. And every week, more than 200 new AI tools are released. It's amazing, right? So every week.
The numbers especially since like around half a year, I think we see a race after the failing of Bitcoin and all these blockchain. Somehow there is what I say, a backslash somehow for the blockchain technology. And I feel like a little bit that all the blockchain enthusiasts are now becoming ChatGPT enthusiasts. And so we can discuss maybe 1 week later or what is blockchain now, what role is this playing? But today we are here because of AI. Yeah, but I'm observing this since around half a year. There is tremendous also public interest since the release of the public ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT is one of the most popular one, but most of the people, especially in our patent business, lots of patent lawyers, patent attorneys are trying ChatGPT, and there are some problems and some opportunities. Of course, we will discuss together. And there are, of course, so many different free and paid tools available in the market that can be used to save time and money, right?
Yes, of course.
And before continue, Arne, I would like to introduce you. You are a co-founder of MTC Berlin, Moving Targets Consulting, and it's more than 20 years old, right? Maybe you can make a quick summary about who is Arne Krüger and about MTC.
Yeah. Okay. My name is Arne Krüger. As I said, I founded MTC, I think, in 97. In 2006, we split up with my first company. In 2006, we refounded the Berlin location with like 10 people, an IT service provider. We were working basically with bigger international companies. Our main customer was in the beginning Bayer and some German public authorities. We are 50 people right now at MTC, software developers, supporters, consultants, and we are working mainly in developing web applications with bigger enterprise content management systems. And we are interested, of course, in new technologies as blockchain, as AI. We are watching them closely, and we also try to consult our customers when they should jump on the train, when it's too early, and we help them select providers, select the right software tools. So this is basically my main job since many, many years. It started 30 years ago with my first computer I had in started with Excel and later Lotus Notes. So I was always very much interested in two things. First, mathematics, it's coming from my school. And second was collaboration, working with other people. And I always try to combine both. I see computers, software technology, applications as tools for us humans to become better humans, yeah, to do our job better, more efficient. And this excites me since I had my first hands on a computer, these magical machines that are so incredible fast and can do, if you use them as like general purpose machines, if you see them, what you can all do with, or what the potential is of computer software applications, especially AI right now, then I get always excited and goosebumps. So this is what I love to do, talk with you, with my customers, with my team about the possibility, the potential that are in our hands since we have these guys and tablets, laptops, and since we have cloud computing. So there is so much happened in the last 30 years since I first had my hands-on computer that I'm still excited every day where we are going here together. So this is a short introduction.
Super. And you are the creator of Depatech. So
No, not
it's,
really, but
it's going back to many years ago, and
yes.
you are one of the first entrepreneur in this business. So
Yeah, Depatech is German patents on CD-ROM. It got developed in the 90s, and we maintained the software. And it was my entry point into the patent information industry or patent service provider industry in 2006. So almost now 17 years, I'm in the patent information scene, and we analyze, we import weekly a lot of patents in our server systems. We search them, index them since many years for these hidden champions in Germany, these small, medium companies that are a market leader or technology leader worldwide that Germany is famous for. Yeah, and we have some of them are our that we are proud that we have them as customers and provide them with patent information.
exactly.
Yeah.
So the AI tools are being used on idea generations, patent searching, patent drafting, agreement reviewing, or in lots of things in the legal industries, in the patent business. So before discussing these opportunities and advantages or risks together with you, Arne, let me overview the landscape of AI technologies in the world by using the patent data from the Depatech raw data. So I would like to present a very quick presentation, slides about patent trends in AI technologies to better understanding the landscape in the world. So how many patents are available in the world as published patents? Who are the market leaders? Who are the leader markets as a territory? Or which companies are booming in terms of patent application numbers? Let me show some of the summary information about this landscape before our discussion. So I think we can start about the numbers. So as today there are more than 1 million patents in the field of artificial intelligence technologies. Including neural networks and machine learning, all the techniques and all the other sub verticals, sub segments. But there are more than 1 million patents, but some of them are already dead, which means that are not enforceable anymore. But around 75% of these available patents are alive, are enforceable. So it means that maybe some of the participants may remember that 2 weeks ago I presented the patent landscape in automotive industry, and most of the available automotive related patents are dead. But in this category, in AI patents, most of them are alive and enforceable, at least in one country. But of course, we have to look at the growing trends in terms of the patent application numbers year by year. So we can say that the patent applications in the field of artificial intelligence are booming as we are living these booming environments in the internet. We see that lots of ChatGPT, tweets, and all the text, all the content related about artificial intelligence. Yes, this is the same in the patent applications. So it's booming in terms of the earliest priority date or in terms of the earliest publication dates. The numbers are extremely increasing. What is increasing means is that the patent applications in this field, in AI technologies, in the last 5 years, it increased 275%. It's a lot, it's much more. And there are very less technology fields like that showing this kind of huge amount of increasing in the last 5 years. So it is very, very important. And how about the litigation environment? Maybe our audience remember that 2 weeks ago in the patent landscape in the automotive industry, there were more than 33,000 litigation cases. But in the AI environment, we have less amount of litigation cases, but it will increase. There are 3,300 litigation cases in that field, but it will be increased. How about the countries? Which countries are important to protect these AI inventions as important markets? We can analyze the alive patents, which means that 75% of the available patents, it's around 800K. And it's not surprising that China and United States and Japan are in the first three. So China is leading the first rank in terms of important countries as a market to protect the AI-related inventions in only alive patents. So Germany is also in the list as a 6th position. India, Taiwan, Australia, and Canada are also another important territories to protect AI-related inventions. But of course, we have to dig in the leadership boards who are having the most patents in the AI world, right? So not surprisingly, IBM is the leading in this category for many years. And IBM, after IBM, Samsung is in the 2nd position. Fujitsu is in the 3rd. Canon, Microsoft, who is the investor of OpenAI, not surprised. Tencent from China, Toshiba, Pink and Tank, NEC, and Hitachi. Okay, this is normal. But If we change the slide in terms of granted and alive patents, the ranking is changing a little bit. Let's see. IBM and Samsung are protecting their position in the first and second, but Microsoft is increasing to the third, and Google is coming. In the previous slide, Google was not in the top 10, but now is in the fourth position. Tencent is here, Canon is here, Sony, surprisingly here, which is not in the top 10 in the previous slide, right? So, and the Toyota from the automotive industry, who are applying most of the AI-related patent applications, are now in the top 10 in terms of granted and alive patents, at least in one country. But it is not enough. It is not enough to see the leaders in the AI patents. It's important to follow, to see which companies or which startups, which universities are doubling their patent applications in the last 1 year, 2021 to 2022. We call it as a rising stars. And we are not surprised that all these 6 companies are coming from China. And one is from automotive industry, Shangdan Automotive, Honhai Precision, Baidu, which is also developing their own chatbot, China Telecom, Bank of China, and FAO Group. 2 of them are from automotive industry. So it is very important to follow and to notice these rising stars in the AI field. Let's see at the end of my presentation, let's see about some of the technological trends in the last 5 years and in the last 1 year. So we decided to divide these trends as mega, macro, and micro. It's coming from the broader to the narrow technology segments. So we can start with the mega trends, and we can see that there are some patent applications in the broader aspects, broader industries, or broader application fields. In the first position is image or video recognition, and the second one, computing arrangements based on specific computational models, and healthcare informatics, climate change mitigation, and some of the patent applications to improve the electrical power, and climate change mitigation in information and communication technologies. It's going like this. And you can see that growth rate in terms of the patent application in the 5 years is more than 7,700% in the image or video recognition. It's very important to see that. But to understand the mega trends is not enough. So we have to go narrowly. We have to go in detail. How about this? In the macro trends, we see that some sub-segments, sub-technologies in the field of healthcare. So in the first position is some technologies for medical diagnosis. AI technologies for medical diagnosis has increased 3,400% in the last 5 years, right? The second one is handling natural language data, which is not surprising, and computing arrangements on biologic models like neural networks. And it's going on healthcare application fields, processing the medical images, machine learning, blah, blah, blah. And the last one, microtrends. So you can recognize that neural networks are, dominating this microtrends list. Neural networks, architectures, combination of networks, learning methods, or specifically, we can see some algorithm types like backpropagation. It's increased 1,200% in the last 5 years. It's really important to see this kind of specific technology fields which are booming, which are deserve to be watched, right? And the last about industries, which industries are affected by AI technologies in terms of patent application, and we see that agriculture, energy, and healthcare in the top three industries, which the AI patent applications are filed to affect these industries. So agriculture, energy, healthcare, retail, and cybersecurity is going on in the list in the top 7 industries that are affected by AI-related patents. So this is the overall landscape that I wanted to share before our discussion to understand the main domain on AI technologies in terms of patent application. So please don't forget to subscribe our newsletter that we are publishing weekly based this kind of insights and information in our newsletter. So you can simply subscribe on depatech.substack.com. So Arne, we saw the main landscape, but again, it's not enough. We have to discuss some important topics, right?
Yeah, yeah. You are the patent expert as well, Mustafa. So you know that looking into patent information, patent publication is always a look back into the past, because we see around like the status 12 months ago, because applications usually gets published depending between 3 and 18 months after applying for a patent. So we always look back.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting what happened in the last 5 years. I think AI or machine learning is around since many, many years. The mathematical basics are developed in the 70s, 60s, last century. So they are quite well known, established. So of course AI is around since many, many years, but it got a recent extreme boost in the last half a year.
Exactly.
Let's go there, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we have to discuss the potential of these AI tools for the inventors and or patent professionals. So we are living era of the AI tools such as ChatGPT, very popular. What do you think about the potentials of these AI tools for both inventors and patent professionals? What do you think?
Yeah, for me, as I say, I'm a very long time in the industry, and in preparation of this talk, I was thinking like it feels for the patent professionals a little bit like in the 90s, patent information became electronically. In the 80s, 70s, and before, patent information got distributed on paper in the world. So you need to go to a library to do your research, classical library business. In the 80s, 90s, the patent information became electronically. So they were becoming available on CD-ROM. I remember that. I joined in the 95, the business, and CD-ROM became very popular. And I remember discussions mid 2000 that people were afraid of internet in the patent industry, because they said now we are, if like as BusNet is free, I become obsolete as a patent research. Nobody will do patent search because it's free in the internet. I remember this discussion. Yeah, so we had this wave of CD-ROM in the 80s, 90s. We had this internet dangers in the zeros, or the rise of commercial databases that improved significantly patent search in comparison to the old times. And today, with the AI wave, it feels somehow the same. I remember that the significance or the impact in the industry is the same. So there are the same insecurities, the same questions. Will I become obsolete? Will I be dangerous? We will discuss later a little bit. But what I see is that we have, of course, a big trend or hype, but this hype is continuation of the digital transformation that goes on since decades. But it increases the speed with AI significantly. So we see that the speed of transformation is very much increasing right now. So I see it as a very huge potential. And I think we don't really get or understand the significance or the impact of the AI wave we are right now in. I think this feels a little bit like internet,
Yeah.
first internet wave. Like some guys understood the significance, like Jeff Bezos understood it. Yeah. 98, he said, I will become the biggest bookstore in the world. He understood this extremely early. And today he's one of the biggest companies in the world. Same with Google. They understood that with rise of internet, search will become one of the bigger issues. They tackled it and they are now extremely huge. And I see the same happening or will go on with AI. People who understand AI now will have a competitive advantage that will be really big. We will discuss this later also. Ethical questions, it will be your last questions, because I see that this is, it has a tremendous potential.
Exactly. But we can say that we are at the beginning, right?
Totally beginning in this respect, because right now a broader public can use it and can try to understand it. Before it was totally scientific experts. You needed to be a mathematician, you need to be a nerd, a really
Exactly.
hardcore nerd, to understand the significance. And with the rise of ChatGPT, the public gets it, or Midjourney, the
Yeah.
picture generator software. Yeah, so a broader public, like the society, has a chance to understand now what machine learning, what deep neural networks, what they are able to do on our computers. Yeah. They are running on the computers, by the way. This is not, we don't need like Google's data center. Yeah, we need them, of course, for these larger language models. Every iPhone now, the modern iPhone have neural engines on the chip included, so that your pictures gets artificial AI-based enhanced with a chip on your phone, who is doing these machine learning um, um, instructions, yeah, to
Yeah.
improve pictures. So I think it's extremely huge potential. I would guess in 10 years, we see Apple will become like a 10 trillion evaluated company if they do it right. Microsoft is on the way with ChatGPT to become really, like really, really, really a leader in this wave. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see it as a very huge potential.
And this technology is coming to front end, like ChatGPT, so people can play. Okay, nowadays I saw my colleagues, as a patent experts, patent attorneys, are playing with ChatGPT. They are asking so many patent-related questions, and then they are publishing their experience on especially on LinkedIn. But I observed that the results of their questions, the answers given by the ChatGPT, are not satisfied by the patent experts. And most of them are saying that the answers are not true. So the question is, can we trust the answers of
Of course.
patent-related questions given by ChatGPT or similar tools? What should we do?
I can understand this very good. Yeah, these, oh, we can't trust them. Yeah, we see it a little bit as a danger. We don't understand how it works, so we play around with it, and we get an answer. We can laugh about it and say, we can continue our. There's no danger. Yeah, so I totally understand that we test now ChatGPT, and I have to admit I have sometimes the same experience, especially in the beginning. If you don't understand what you are dealing with, and you just play around, use it like a chat, and you don't understand the technology behind or what this is, then he answers. It can be quite impressive in a way. But if you ask more specific questions and you have no clue about how they work, you are easily fooled, yeah, or you are easily convinced that there's no danger. So let me a little bit explain for patent expert what this is about, yeah? What ChatGPT is about. ChatGPT is, they call it a generative pre-trained transformer. Yeah, first of all, he can generate answers. This is what's hooking us up, yeah? Wow, we can talk to a machine. That's really nice. This is the generative part. But the more important part is that it's a large language model. It's trained on basically the whole internet. Yeah, they call it also foundation model, because these are models like a machine learning model that are trained on huge amount unlabeled, unstructured data. Yeah, try to understand is like the task these models are based on. So they are trained on everything. They are not specialized. And if you ask them now specialized questions, yeah, they make stuff up. You know, they are telling you very convincingly what they think
Yeah.
might be true, and you laugh about them. Yeah, but this is not how you should use them. The thing is, you need to contextualize or fine tune these models. They call it agenti, also use an agent around these chat GPT models, or even a scaffolding. So if you Google scaffolded AI or agents and ChatGPT, you will get a lot of results because you need to add context, and then it will becoming extremely interesting. Yeah, because then they are able to give you specific answers to your context if they are fine tuned. But ChatGPT is not fine-tuned. I can show you later an example of our Matze, one of our developers. I hope this presenting will work later, where we show you a contextualized chatbot based on a foundation model that we fine-tuned. Yeah?
So does it mean that if these AI tools are fine-tuned with the specialized data, these AI tools can replace the patent experts, or the patent experts should use this as a leverage? Two options.
Yeah, like if the patent expert doesn't learn new things and doesn't get updated his skills, he might get obsolete. That is a normal development in our world, first of all. Second of all, yes, with the invention of the tractor, horses got obsolete. Yes, the car replaced horses because, of course, like to make a transport, a horse is extremely nice transportation device. But cars or bicycles, better, are much more efficient for us humans. Yeah. So of course we replace older, inefficient ways to do a job with better ways to do a job. But we as humans will be not replaced. We just become better humans. So I would make this thesis that a bad patent expert can become quite a decent one with AI. A good patent expert will become a great patent expert.
That's
And
really
a
good
great
news.
expert today, I think he will change the field and he will do something else because really great patent experts, they will become superheroes now because they will rule the world, in my opinion. So I don't see the danger of replacement. I see more that um, with AI assisted patent search, patent drafting, patent analysis, we can increase our output and our significance for our customers. Like really, we can really level up. Yeah, we become on a total new level. So I don't see. I'm not fear driven at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise I would not touch computers. You know, because who knows how they are do it. I don't know how they do it. Yeah.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. There are lots of AI tools available that can be used by patent experts or lawyers or any technical professionals, even academics. I see, as you see, uh, these people, these experts who are using AI tools will be superhuman, but maybe the rest of them can be, less efficient in
We
comparison with these
can also,
guys.
this is an ethical question. Your last question is ethical, I know, because you gave them before.
They will come.
So we need to discuss this there because this is the real danger I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, people who will not adapt or who resist this change, they will become obsolete. Yes, they will be replaced. There's a big danger now with the rise of these AI. For instance, yeah,
Yeah, Pedro is also agree with you.
Yeah, super. I see this. Yeah, thank you, Pedro. Smirk, exactly. Yeah, this is why I'm so intrigued by computers since so many years, because they enhance my abilities. I can do things with them that are unthinkable. Yeah, that are really magic or fantastic. And this is really what AI is now. They are pushing us so hard. My written English is perfect just with the help of AI, because I just run it through an AI translating engine who improves my English. Yeah, for instance. And
Yeah.
this is not to compare with these word grammar check. This is a totally different level now. This is like Boolean search and machine learning search. Yeah, it's like totally different level. The old grammar check in Word, and now like DeepL Write, if you might know it, this tool who understands the sentence, the meaning of your words, and suggests you improvements. And when AI understands your query and suggests itself improvements to your query, yeah, then it become very much interesting for you. You will become more efficient, faster. Yeah, your searches become more complete. Uh, um, I see it really. I'm so looking forward to see it in practice. I can't wait to show you my screen later. Yeah,
And you said that searching. So in terms of in the business of patent searching, we are using lots of tools,
yeah,
even they are powered by AI features or not. But
yeah.
also ChatGPT is used by our colleagues to see how it is working for the patent searching. But in most of the results, it's giving very wrong answers. So the patent numbers are not equals to the title. So it's not matching. It's not true. But the ChatGPT or other AI tools are giving this answer, the wrong answer, very confidently. So can we say that these AI tools can be used for better patent search experience for now or in the future? So what do you think about it?
Yeah, and I don't. I would not say that even ChatGPT 5 will be good in pattern search. Maybe, but I don't think so that Microsoft or the owner and the VCs of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, will invest in these niches so much money to make these general large language models like fine-tuned for a specific use case. I don't think they will do it. So, but what we will see are these scaffolding or agents that use the abilities of ChatGPT and add patent databases, for instance, so that ChatGPT will be enabled to search in a patent database. And this I can show you later. This is the answer to you. So ChatGPT today understands language, understands concepts, even got trained on patents. I know this. So it will show you results or information from patents. It will even give you patents very confidently. Yes, because it got trained like this. Yeah, even if it's not confident, it's just a number inside, and he will give you the answer and waits for your thumbs down. Yeah, so that or you even improved your prompt. Yeah, I would suggest that most of the patent searchers today are not really trained on how to create prompts for ChatGPT today. It's a new skill you need to learn. Like you needed to learn Derwent 30 years ago, you needed to learn 15 years ago Puckbase, how to use it, or the Castell databases, or whatever STN you needed to learn still if you want to use STN.
Yeah.
And today you need to learn how to write prompts for ChatGPT. Otherwise, you cannot use it. And you should know on what data they got trained, and they don't really tell you. But for instance, what you can do today, what ChatGPT is trained on, is IPC CPC. So you could easily give a verbal description, and instead of looking into IPC CPC, he would give you the symbol. This works right now, and this is because it's easy task. This gives good results. Yeah? Also, in creation of synonyms, it could help today. So what I would suggest is what we already demonstrated internally here is that for query creation, you could use ChatGPT today or a similar large language model like ChatGPT. Yeah? This is quite easy today, in my opinion. But a pattern search, like, is it give it better results than a SPASnet, or is it better than PatBase? Of course not. How can it be? How could you compare it? It's like, yeah, it's not working like this.
And Drew Sharma from our audience is also agree with you. He's also saying that determining the exact search elements, synonyms, as you said that,
Yes.
defining the synonyms or of defining the technology. Yes, we can use ChatGPT to generate these synonyms because it's the language.
Yeah. I even know a startup from West Germany. They try in patent drafting using it. I think your next question is about drafting, but a patent search, we need a little bit, it can assist us in creating queries today. And as I said, maybe I share my screen and show you how we did this, and I try to explain it if you want.
Yes, you can do it
Yeah,
now.
I can try to share my screen. Okay, I try share
Yeah.
screen.
Then I will make it visible on the stage.
I have it. Uppsala, Windows.
And while you are sharing your screen, there are lots of comments and questions on the chat. I see that. And if it is related with our discussion, I am immediately making visible on the stage, but we will come back to you to answer your questions. Thank you so much for
Is
your
my screen shared?
Yeah, it's already here, and now it's visible about pattern searching case.
Just for the audience, what did we do here? It's a small demo. It's just screenshots. Don't get me wrong. I didn't want to risk it. It's in a very early stage. We use Slick GPT. It's like Auto GPT, a large language model that can be agentinized. Also you can create an agent around the chatbot. And this is what we did. We created a patent research agent around ChatGPT. Yeah. So we start with show me all Boeing patents. Yeah. Let's go. Show all Airbus patents registered in EU related to aerodynamics from 95 to 2002. This is like basic questions, basically, maybe you are doing. And what we like trained our agents, we developed our agent first to create a right query out of my natural language question. So he creates an Elasticsearch query. Like we taught him Elasticsearch. This is where we store our patents. And he's able to create this Elasticsearch query. Yeah. And he can even explain it, what he did, how he created it in natural language. So this is even better than if I ask you, Mustafa, please explain me your PatBase query. You are sometimes, I can't, it took me 2 hours, don't ask me, this is all my knowledge. Yeah. But here, ChatGPT or the clone Slick GPT just explains to you what he did. Yeah. Oh,
You
I
are just
understood.
asking questions with pattern.
Yeah, he translates the natural language, the keywords from my questions into the symbols he needs to create for the query. That he can do by himself already. This is contextualized ChatGPT.
Yeah.
The next, what we did is please add more related terms. You see here. And then he said, of course, I can add. And he explains it even how he did this. He identified related IPCs by himself. Yay, amazed. He's really intelligent, you can assume. Yeah. Of course, we trained him to do that and to be able to this. But what I wanted to say is if he understands IPC, he can use synonyms and look into the IPC for more classes to include in the query. And this is in seconds. I don't have to do it anymore.
Yeah. You don't need to generate synonyms.
I need to review his results, his suggestions. And this makes me more efficient. Yeah. So what we did is, please do that. And then we said, please show me only the last 5. And he did this. So you can use it as a search assistant. Yeah. And this is what I really like about these new AI models, that they are programmable very easily. Yeah, over. And if you have an API to your patent service provider, to Putbase, you get the API key. You could write an agent independent from Putbase Mindsoft to do you the heavy lifting of your weekly monitoring, because you can just let the AI do that. Yeah. Um, Somehow like you, not really like you, of course. We still need you, but this is what we did.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it is really about efficiency. So instead of creating very long queries to reach the exact related patterns, I just prefer to ask simple questions like human. Show me the patent applications filed by Apple last month about machine learning. Just questions. Otherwise, I have to define IPC, CPC classes related with machine learning. I have to put Apple to the assignee, blah, 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 the configuration of the
I just
dates,
showed
lots of.
you the AI is doing it right now. It could do it for you, so you become just faster. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. And this is what I really like. So this was the idea. So and this we did in a couple hours, like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
couple days, I would say, since we got the first newsletter or read about Auto GPT for you guys in the audience. We will put, I think, some links in the comments later or in the description. So if you come back a couple minutes later, you will find some links to the tools we used.
In this manner, Arne, Marcus Julian has a question about this topic. Did you write a searching manual with ChatGPT? He's asking that.
Yeah, Markus, not me, I didn't do it, but there are others. How to become a good prompt writer for ChatGPT. I can also share some links where I learned basically most how to talk to ChatGPT. Yeah, it's more like ChatGPT. You have to define him a context. Him, it a context. And I didn't wrote any search manual with ChatGPT yet, but I learned and read a lot about how to write, how to become a prompt writer. Yeah, to understand yeah, to be also faster and not also only doing it by trial and error. And there is a lot outside. Yeah.
And Yücel say that, I guess you
Yes.
requested from GPT, but it will give the wrong answers, Yücel.
No, no. I think it will do it as well. Yeah, it would even program you the website. Yeah.
And Arne, I think in the last three topics, we need to discuss about the advantages, risks, and the ethical perspective of using these AI tools. Of course, these even ChatGPT and other AI tools are used for idea generation, pattern searching, even freedom to operate. Pedro said that, of course there are some advantages for the patent professionals or R&D or innovation experts. So, in your opinion, what are the main benefits, advantages of using this kind of AI-powered tools for idea generation, pattern
Yeah.
searching, drafting, even drafting they
Yeah.
can use. What do you think?
Okay. If you ask about this, where are the main advantages? What I see since couple years, I would say, we see that Boolean search got extended by semantic search. This happened. Yeah. So semantic search added the meaning of terms so that we understand technical concepts and can search for them. Yeah. So semantic search, and a lot of companies out there or the marketing departments said already this is AI. So AI powered search is somehow in the market already. Yeah. So what we have to understand first is how much AI they are using. But basically, they write a lot AI on it, but it's a simple semantic search in it or a simple similarity search in it. What I would not really call AI, not even machine learning, even if it's like this. So in the for pattern search, I think we've seen a lot of implementations already. But you also ask for idea generations and drafting, and so far I've not seen a lot in the patent industry yet. But there are the first startups forming right now who are claiming that they are help the patent attorney write a good application, a good draft. Yeah, they are, I think, in beta. Some this is quite natural to think that we really soon should use Chat GPT clones who helps us optimize or translate claims, description, analyzes figures or pictures, etc. Yeah, the structure of patents. So there I see a lot of advantages going on in patent generation or drafting, and I'm looking very much forward how often very conservative, very rich patent attorneys will adapt to these new challenges. That there is the paralegal can really write their patents in a very high level right now or very soon, yeah, with the help of AI tools.
But
What
of,
makes it difficult is we don't know how these models got trained. So there is a little bit, there is no source information. We can't
magic
go to
box.
the source. Yeah. So to validate the answers, we still need the patent attorney, the patent expert. Yeah. So there is, this is, we have always to think about that. As long as we don't have really accountability, if we don't have real transparency of how these models are working and on what data they got trained, there are some limitations. Yeah, but in idea generation and in patent drafting, we see the most movement in the next couple months, I would say. Patent search, you guys in the audience, you need to identify these the false flag, the players who just write AI on it because everybody has now AI in the search. So this is will become very difficult in the near future. Yeah, to distinguish between real AI progress and these guys who just use similarity search of Elastic, which is available since 10 years, and they just tell you, oh, I can do AI. No, they are not. They just do something else. Yeah, they cheat us. Yeah,
Because it is magic box, right? They are sometimes they are using
it's a
some
black box.
fancy
They do it in a
fancy
black box.
black box. Sorry.
Yeah.
Magic box,
If
not
you go
magic
to any patent conference, I would suggest that you go there and ask the sales representatives about details of implementation of their AI models, and you will realize within like 2-3 sentences that these are sales guys who told you last year blockchain is the future, and this year AI is the future, and next year 3 years ago they said analytics is the future, and now everything like world peace will be achieved, and so this is quite hard to find out where AI really helps existing tools in the search. Yeah. For
So
instance, next Monday, Microsoft will present the new KI platform, also artificial intelligence platform.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
very much looking forward how they implement AI
yeah.
to find out how they do it. Yeah, if this will be just a marketing initiative, or if they really, really transform their own business model onto a new level. We will see.
I think all of the existing patent search platforms will integrate or will try integrate the AI features their existing platform, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
need.
but it's very difficult. Yeah, if you are really good in SQL and or XML and you have huge databases, then AI is a threat for you. I see this also in MTC. Like most of my developers say, GitHub Copilot, who helps me code. No, I don't need this. I'm a senior developer. Yeah. So they don't understand that they could become better senior developers with the help of a code generator in their version control system in GitHub. Yeah. And the same will happen also in the industry, that a good patent searcher will say, I'm better with STN, Castell, and this Passnet combination. I know my turf, and AI can't make me better. This will happen. This I would see a lot.
So, besides the advantage, there are some risks and obstacles as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you remember that there was a very big case in Samsung. Some of the engineers shared some top secret confidential codes to fix by the chat GPT, and this leaking, it was obvious. So we
Yes.
read on the news. So that there are some kind of risks we can classify in different categories. But I am really wondering, what do you think? What can be the possible risks to use this kind of AI tools? What do you think are they?
Yeah, because of the time, I would say two risks. Let me talk only about two risks. First risk I see is in transparency. This is where I'm really getting angry, or not really angry, but I'm very curious about how people are doing it. And if OpenAI with ChatGPT is not opening up and tell us how they do it, then there will always be this risk of intransparency, that we don't know how biased they are, how they do it, where the data are coming from, how the results are producing. So we become dependent. So intransparency is what my biggest concern. And second concern is, of course, privacy. This is nothing new. You could also ask your Facebook friends. For instance, if you ask ChatGPT, you send it somewhere else. They own the question, they own the data, they improve their systems, the feeds. So privacy is the biggest second risk. You are totally right. There are big privacy concerns. We are not allowed to use GitHub Copilot, which is an assistant for developers, in our customer environments, because code would be sent to a US American startup. And we are not allowed to do that. Or to Microsoft. I don't know who owns GitHub.
Yeah, yeah.
Microsoft owns GitHub. Yeah. So we are not allowed to use it. Yeah. Because of privacy concerns. I see that companies have to answer this question: how to secure context and private information. But just with these context and my private information, my private contacts, my language, my interests, my history, then it becomes a super tool. Without my private information, if I'm not allowed to share, it will not work. Yeah, so these are the two biggest risks. There's also a nice article of my friend Mirko, who talks about exactly this, how, for instance, Apple is much better positioned to answer these privacy concerns than Microsoft or Google, for instance. Or let's not talk about Meta. Their track record is extremely bad of privates. But Apple has right now the chance to combine these large language models, ChatGPT, with the iPhone and the secure enclave here and the neural processors on this iPhone, to create exactly this assistant, so that you have public information where you don't share any secrets. And here, the secrecy will just locally be computed on your iPhone. So there are, this need to be answered by industry and by politics, these two concerns, yeah, transparency and privacy concerns.
And this risk topic, maybe I can also add another point for the inventors who are giving some of the new ideas to ChatGPT or similar tools that can also affect the patentability in the future,
Of course.
because these all inputs are being used
Yeah.
for the training.
There are beta, and it's really written that they use all your prompts to improve the service. So they, of course, use it. And if you know, these companies will later use it and sell these data, because they are, yeah,
Yeah.
mainly interested in, like, somehow making money, getting the investments back. And they will probably sell your data. in one point or another, or analyze it, or give it to some other agencies.
Exactly. So
But
the
this
last
is
point, Arne, ethical considerations, ethical points. So, of course, there are some ethical points that we need to discuss about while we are using or
yeah.
in AI tools. What do you think about the possible ethical perspectives should be taken into account?
Yeah, I think what most people understood already is the bias, this problem that they repeat discriminatory language. If you train a model with discriminatory language, they will repeat, they will give it back to you. So the biggest risk, of course, or the what is discussed right now are these problem with bias. But my biggest ethical concern is that these AI tools, that they are extremely advanced, controlled by a very small amount of people or companies. They understand and can leverage that, so that these tools increase they increase inequality and the discrimination in our society. Because, as I say, people who use these tools will become somehow superhumans, and all the others, they are somehow out. So our society is not more equal. It's, there's a small amount of people who can do it, and the rest is unable to follow. So this is my biggest ethical concern I have in this use, that it makes rich people richer and poor people poorer. And this should not be our aim. Yeah, we should aim for a more equal world, in my opinion, for less discrimination, and for more equality. Yeah, and not for less. So this is my biggest concern, Mustafa. Here.
Do you think that Truth GPT is in this topic to be discussed?
I think yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
by Elon
totally.
Musk.
Also Elon Musk, he has a different agenda. This is totally not mine. This is not what I mean.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see.
He talks, I don't know what he talks about. Really, I have no clue anymore. Since he bought Twitter, I have no clue what he talks about.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense anymore to me. But what makes sense, that I understand, if you today use it, you could really transform your business. It could transform industry. It could really make you more efficient, more helpful. And people who are not using it are somehow these traditional guys who are, of course, are still valuable, but not so fast, maybe not so comprehensive, not so complete in the near future. Yeah, this is where I think we should take an eye on it, that we get everybody on board, that we don't leave people behind, that we give them a path into learning these new skills, understanding these AI tools to improve all of our lives. This should be the goal.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
in this
exactly.
respect, I'm not fear-driven, but I think we should keep these values in our mind, that how we use it. Yeah, we should not use to make more war, or we produce more unequal less equal life on Earth.
Exactly.
We
Exactly.
could use it to tackle climate crisis, transformation of energy production, of transportation. There we need a lot of power right now on our planet, not to lose the planet. So
Exactly. We need to
this
use it to have a better environment, better world,
exactly.
basically.
So, and if we use it for that, then I'm totally fine with the energy consumption, because there are quite high energy consumptions in creating such models. They are extremely expensive to maintain, so they need a lot of energy. This is somehow similar to a blockchain.
So related with ethical consideration, Pedro has a question or comment. What do you think?
Yeah. Interesting question, Pedro. Thank you. I like it. It reminds me of a book from, I think, 1927 was the book, where, yes, the private sector invented flying airplanes, and every farmer could call the backyard, this is the new airport of Farm X. And then a lot of people died from flying airplanes. So the government stepped in and said, we need to regulate. And they created some rules so that not every farmer could create an airport in their backyard. And the same will happen here. So there is a lot of innovation coming, not from governments, of course, from the private sector, from people who have pain, who understand computers, who are like have a vision. Yeah. And then, of course, we need government to create markets, because otherwise the private sector would just create monopolies, and then the innovation will die. This is what you see often, that Microsoft buys every AI startup now. You know, GitHub Gun, GitHub Copilot, Microsoft, OpenAI, Microsoft, Microsoft, or Google or Meta. Yeah. So the private sector tends to monopolize, to maximize profit, and government needs to step in to create functioning markets. This is, for me, extremely proven throughout history. It happened with television. It happened and is ongoing with internet in general, and it is needed with AI as well. Yeah.
And while we are talking about ChatGPT and putting some sensitive information can be affected for the patentability or stealing data, Mihail is reminding for us, that's a good point, because we need to mention about this OpenAI and ChatGPT is giving a chance to us to opt out from
Super.
the API. Yeah,
You are right,
while
Michael.
we are
I'm
using
sorry.
API, that
Yeah.
can be a solution. That's good reminding, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Michael. And Pedro is thanks to you for your answer.
Thank you,
And
Pedro.
we discuss all the topics that I'm just searching the comments and questions. If we can get an answer, that if there are some forgotten questions or comments, I'm just looking. FTO. Marcus. Marcus has a question about, can you give an example of a query using the ChatGPT prompt? What do you mean? To query for a pattern searching or creating a synonyms? What is the purpose? Maybe Marcus, you can write down the detail of your question, right, Arne? Do you have an answer for that version?
Yeah, I don't have right now an example, but of course we could produce one. We don't have it. We showed you the our agent we produced to use Slick GPT, which is somehow similar than Chat GPT, but you can program it. So there I showed it to you, but it was an already fine-tuned prompting that will not work with ChatGPT. So we didn't focus on ChatGPT today because we know the limitations and that it doesn't make sense to query for patents in ChatGPT today. Yeah? That's why I showed you a couple minutes ago these please search for Airbus patents and create a query for me. And this is quite straightforward. Yeah. Show all Airbus patents registered in EU related to aerodynamics from to. And the AI is able to create a query. But this is our fine-tuned Slick GPT. This is not able with ChatGPT. That's why I have to tell Marcus, I don't have it yet.
Yes. And if you ask the same question to ChatGPT, the answers will be wrong.
Yeah, let's say different. Yeah,
different. But about the example of the query by using a ChatGPT, for example, if you want to create some synonyms of technical words, keywords, for example, antibacterial or antimicrobial, you can ask that, give me 5 different sub-technology segments in antimicrobial field. And then you can use these answers to create your own pattern search query, basically.
Marcus, let's somehow exchange some of the queries we develop in the near future. It's like we could create also like a prompt course, how to be a better ChatGPT prompter for patent experts, for instance.
Yes,
I think it would get some. Um,
exactly.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
good.
Drew is.
You're very welcome. I love this book. Bill Bryson was the author. Bill Bryson wrote about 1927 in US, and he gave me this idea. And he talked about radio, television, and especially flying here, airplanes. Yeah.
And regarding your last comment,
Yes,
the
I
author,
hope so, Pedro. Yes. Yeah.
exactly,
And they will
exactly.
do it, I know. They
Yeah,
will soon integrate. They put a lot of investments in their online trainings right now. Since I think since Corona, they changed a lot. There's no traveling anymore, no presence, so they focus a lot of developing great trainings. And I think we saw blockchain trainings from them. So it will not take long, Pedro, that we see ChatGPT prompt trainings from them.
exactly. Yeah, it was so exciting, Arne. So many attractions, so many, people are having questions and comments on it, and your answers are really satisfied. Thank you so much for your contributions and being with us to make these patent insights better. I really enjoyed together. Oh, Nigel! Nigel is here. There is a post on LinkedIn about fast things. Cheetah are fast animals. The speed of light is very fast, but I don't understand. But not.
But not as yes. Nigel is always, yeah. Yes, Nigel.
Thank you, Nigel. Thank you. Thank you for your
Yeah.
comments. So
I'm
good.
not an AI expert. I was yesterday very angry to Mustafa because I realized I don't feel like it. I, of course, have a lot of experience in the industry and I read a lot about this, but yeah. So I don't feel an expert, even if I'm fast. Yeah. Yeah, you are very.
So,
Thank you very much.
yeah, last words, Arne. Do you have some takeaways or last passages, remarks before closing together?
Yeah, let's continue the discussion later here on YouTube, on LinkedIn.
Exactly.
Let's stay connected. That would be my last word. I would really appreciate it. I enjoyed the discussion. Thank you for all your questions. Made me feel appreciated here. Yeah, super.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so
Made,
much. And it was really, really a good session for us, for the audience, as we see from the comments. Thank you all for participating this live session. So it will be remaining in our YouTube channel, in Depatech YouTube channel, so you can watch, or you can suggest any of your colleagues or friends who are interested on this topic. So before closing, I can also remind to subscribe to our newsletter to become a better patent leader, because we are publishing weekly content to support you, to help you to become a patent leader. Also, we are collecting lots of patent news around the world and sharing some insights in the patent business. So it's free. You are always welcome to join us at depatech.substack.com. So yeah, thank you so much for all participants. I wish to see all of you again in 2 weeks later on the next Patent Insights videocast. So Arne, maybe we can close together.
thank you very much, guys. Have a good day. Stay
Have a good
healthy.
day. Have a
Bye
good day.
bye.
See you then.
Tschüss, tschüss.
Tschüss.